wanze kwira twibuka ijoro ryanze gutana ijosi ryibasiwe bitavugwa igihugu cyuzuye imiborogo ubwoko bwahindutse icyaha twibuke byari bitavugika umuntu arengwa n'ibyareba nta murengeza abona n'umwe hirya hicarwa n'uwabahishe muhendahenda ngo mwitwe vuba
nk'uko twari turi mu muhango hano wo gushyira indabyo ku rwibutso ruri Austin hano tukaba turi kumwe na bwana Sharita ugiye kutubwira uko umuhango wagenze
neza ni ukuri byagenze neza nibinyorohera akavuga mu cyongereza. This was the first occasion where the biggest Rwandan community came to commemorate the 23rd anniversary of Rwanda, the Tutsi genocide that happened in 1994. This is a memorial donated by CASA, a sign of friendship towards Rwanda and all Rwandans, and a sign of solidarity in our struggles and our sad history.
How do you feel this moment regarding this memorial?
It's really encouraging that we've been able to bring a cross-section of Rwandans to pay homage to our departed. It shows that Rwanda has, in spite of our tortured history, has moved on. But this says to the world that we will never forget. And hopefully the phrase never again doesn't become an empty phrase. We are here as witnesses to history and to make sure that the whole world pays attention to what happened in Rwanda, but also to other genocides going on in Burundi, in Syria, in Darfur.
This was the first part, so we have a second part. So
indeed, we have this evening we'll meet at the Cedar Park Marriott to recount those horrific 100 days where Rwandans will come together, as well as friends of Rwanda, to remember those who needlessly died in 1994.
Thank you. Iyi ni One Nation Radio na Precision TV, tukaba turi hano Austin, Texas, aho turimo kwibuka Genocide yakorewe Abatutsi. Tukaba turi ku rwibutso hano Kasa, tukaba turi kumwe na Mr. Manzi. Manzi akaba yaje ari intumwa y'ambasade y'u Rwanda hano muri Amerika, akaba yaje kwifatanya n'abanyarwanda bose batuye hano muri Austin no muri Texas muri rusange. Manzi bikabyakira ute?
Neza, ariko icyambere ni ugashima nyine gutumirwa n'abanyarwanda batumiye ambasade niyo mpagarariye, ariko ikinejeje cyane ni ukubona abanyarwanda aho bari ko bazirikana ikibazo kimwe. Ntekereza ko icyo gikorwa kiri hano n'abatari abanyarwanda baje babasanga, bigaragaza ko byonyine kubona identity yawe ukamenya amateka yawe ukayazana bituma n'abantu basanga.
Manzi arakoze cyane. Tumaze imyaka 3 hano twibuka, ariko mu byo twibukaga uyu mwaka inshuro 23 ntabwo bisanzwe, kubera ko mu Rwanda tugize intumwa y'ambasade, tunayishimira cyane kuba yabashije kuhaboneka. Tukaba dushishikarije dushishikariza abandi banyarwanda ko ibindi birori biri bube saa 11 aho hari bube ibiganiro n'ubuhamya.
Please allow me to thank you for coming to show solidarity with Rwandans and at this moment of remembrance. She asked me to send her greetings and to convey to you that she loves you as your community and she has friends among you. She didn't come because there were other prior commitments. She was actually traveled to Boston. But we look forward to the moment when she will come and meet you. And the same is with the entire embassy team. Most of you have friends among us, and they stand with you at this time. Let me thank the organizers of this event, of the commemoration event. We can't thank you more for involving us. And you thank us, but I think the thanks should come back to you as a community for engaging. You don't have that obligation, but doing it shows what Mr. Brad and we also are talking about: connection to your country, connection to where you come from. So we thank you very much. I wanted also to use this opportunity to thank some members of your community who put together this memorial that we visited today. We've seen, of course, Michelle Muvunyi, Irene, and the name is serious, the Lady Jiren Musana. Really, it's to see young people who stand up, and they had just come to this country. They were still housed in a humanitarian situation, kind of, but they stood up. They still managed to stand up and talk about their history, and put up and the CAS agreed for them to erect that memorial. We thank you very much, and of course we appreciate what CASA, I think, for allowing us that memorial to be put in their land. We are so grateful. Of course, I have to specifically talk about Irene, our artist, who is doing amazing things. I don't think he is alone, but when you visit and you see how he put up his artistic work on this memorial, you see the whole framework of our memory. There is more hope. Though we see these tools that were used to kill our own people, but we also see never again. We see the dove as a sign of peace. So that's a powerful way as an artist to tell us that as we remember, let us keep the hope. As we remember, let us not be taken up by hate or be taken up by this dark history taking you and the misery coming back to drive your emotions and your existence. We need to stand up and show the world that yes, we can and we will. I wanted to especially thank the presence of our friends from our region, Burundi, Uganda, Congo, who are here, but also to our friends from the Anti-Defamation League. I think I should circulate your speech too. More specifically, the practical way of encouraging communities to engage. I think every community of ours should know that they have a say. They are Americans, they have the right, they can stand up, but also share what Rwanda comes with, our history. I think it's a powerful way of encouragement. I guess you guys are lucky both the Burundian community and the Rwandan community to come to them and engage them. Let them share what the tools they have that may help us thrive as Rwandans in this country. Rwandans, wherever they go, have continuously surprised us. They defy distance. They defy lifestyle. We now have over 17 states with full-fledged communities, Rwandan communities, that are working together. And this one I've seen, it's coming up so quick. We're going to see a more vibrant community in this town. But we as a government, I think, we appreciate what you do. Really, we know and what you go through to organize such a thing. We know the kind of lifestyle that you people live in here, but defying all that to come together to be a community, it's something we appreciate, and we are always ready to support and stand with you in that regard. Those are my introductions and thanking everyone. Let me go to the message of today then. This year's theme, if you have read it, says, I quote, "Remember the genocide against the Tutsi, fight genocide ideology, build on our progress." When I read this, I see an action plan. I see an action plan that calls all of us as individuals, but it calls upon all of us as communities to act and remember, as we're doing today, to act in the fight against genocide ideology, wherever it comes from, but also to safeguard the progress that we have today in Rwanda. As you remember, that's the first action plan. There are things I wanted to bring up that you have to keep in mind. The people of Rwanda chose the framework of hope in memory of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. In this, our hope is that we have a bright future. The other hope, we have a united and prosperous people of Rwanda. And all this is reflected in the global commemoration themes. When we remember every year, I tell our friends who are here, we have a theme that says, remember, unite, and renew. That, I think you allow me to call you that every year as you enter into this period, but even whenever you are as Rwandans, try to carry this with you. Remember, unite, and renew. That's where the power that has brought us from where we were 23 years ago to the place we are in today lies. In the 100 days of the commemoration, every year, as a nation, we mourn together. We mourn together as Tutsi, Hutu, Twa. We mourn together as men and women, children, and our youth. We mourn together as government, civil society, school, academia, all institutions come together to remember with the hope of a country that is peaceful. It can be difficult, that's for sure, mostly for the survivors. But I wanted to quote my ambassador recently. She said, I quote, "Remembering is never easy, but forgetting offers false comfort and brings even greater risk. By consigning tragedy to the dustbin, to fail to grapple with its meaning, we set the stage for reemergence." End of quote. Indeed, acknowledging our wounds and helping each other heal is a prerequisite to the prosperity of Rwanda as a nation. Our second action plan is to fight against the genocide ideology. Genocide ideology must be fought relentlessly, both by countries facing it and the international community. We are happy to have Anti-Defamation League with us. They have done a lot of work, not only for the Jewish community, but by fighting this ideology that roams the world that we live in. But it's unfortunate, though, that at a time when Rwandans are busy rebuilding their nation, some of those who orchestrated and perpetrated the genocide, along with their sympathizers, continue to deny and distort the truth about what happened. Through social media, lobbying, and advocacy efforts in Western capitals, we must not relent in our vigilance against any attempt to blur the historical record. At its heart, again, as it is and it was for the Holocaust denial, those efforts are designed to make the victim the perpetrators, and perpetrators are the victims. I hope this event will reunite our resolve to say no to genocide deniers and take steps to join the fight against against any ideology of division and genocide ideology. Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk about the third, and which is the most important for our future as Rwanda. The government of Rwanda, and that's actually building on our progress. The government that I represent today has put in place strategies and commitments to move our country to a new level. I call it the dignified level. We have built a country all Rwandans are happy, or should be happy, to call home. The foundation of our achievement today is the choice we made. As His Excellency President Kagame said, there are three choices that has guided us for the 23 years after the genocide. One, we chose to stay together. Two, we chose to be accountable to ourselves. And three, we chose to think big. That is a call on you as an individual. What choices are you making? Because the choices we make actually impact our future, and they impact the communities we belong to or want to build. What we did was to eliminate the infrastructure of division. Most Rwandans knew about the Indangamuntu, the identity card that identified each person according to their ethnic group. That is gone. Every one of us who are people who are in Rwanda know that you would not get school until they had rations. You wouldn't have access to school. But today, every child has that opportunity. Every child, no matter what your background is, no matter whether your parents are killers or participated in the genocide or come from whatever background, are poor or rich, you have access to education in Rwanda and abroad. We built a transparent governance system that is not self-seeking. Power was given to the people through effective decentralization policy, and we set up a good environment to unleash people's potential for economic prosperity. So we belong to a country as a one people, not in a divided way that people want to write us. Let me conclude. In my conclusion, I wanted to thank you again for this event, but also to say that Rwandans are determined to move on to move forward from our past pain and our wounded memory to pray never again. I hope as you're here, you're ready to join us
as we strive to restore the dignity of our nation and try to write a new chapter of our history.
twibuka umunsi wanze kwira, twibuka ijoro ryanze gutana, ijosi ryibasiwe bitavugwa, igihugu cy'u